1, 2. Okay, that should be better. I can see it now. Right, you can hear me now. I can see you. You're there.
I'm not hearing you.
Okay, you can hear me now.
Yes, I
Okay,
can
that's
hear
better.
you.
Okay, we're just waiting for the other guests. What time is it? 7 o'clock. Okay, let me just start the show. Good evening and welcome to WABS Business today. Yeah, I'm your presenter, G String, 31st Century Productions. Today on the show we have Balajata, from West African Business Solutions. I'm going to go straight over to Bala. Hello, Bala. How you doing, brother?
Yes, I am fine. I am fine, Mr. George Daniel. I am fine. How about you?
Yeah, I'm good, String. I'm not too bad, brother.
That's good to hear. How was the Christmas?
It was another day. It was just
I
another
can
day.
see that.
Yeah, it's not my
Which
forte.
I
I don't. I,
understand.
I don't celebrate paganism. I'm not a pagan, so I'm not really into paganism.
And definitely.
Yeah. So how's things in the
Mm.
Gambia?
Yeah, we good. Like you said, we are Muslim. We don't celebrate, but we still embrace our brothers. Like
Yeah,
religion
I
is no
mean,
boundary. So we have them as our brothers, as our
let me
sisters.
see
So,
who's this.
and at the
One
same time,
second.
we believe. Yeah.
This too. Who is this? Just coming in. Somebody's just coming in now. I'm not sure if it's a Deku. Um, go. Continue. You can continually speak, brother.
Yeah, yeah. Like I said, our fellow Christians,
Nice.
Gambia,
Yeah.
as you know, it has Muslims and Christian communities. We, as family, we join hands to commemorate each other's event, so that that secularism can be within us. So this is what is happening in Gambia. So when it is Christmas, we, some of us the Muslims, wish our Christian brothers and sisters the best of what they are hoping for, and wish them the best in the coming new years. So this is
Yeah,
what
but
we normally, it is a common practice in the Gambian life. And I believe in most of these African countries also.
yes.
So I hope our other panelists
Joining. I've got another panelist in.
are
I can't see the person. I can't see anything. I can't see their name on the screen either. Still waiting for their name to
okay.
come up. Hello. I'll assign them to guest number 2. Let's see if I can get them into the studio. Hello. Hello. Can you hear us? They're gone again. In and out. Bro. Anyway, continue what you're saying, brother. We're going to try and get the next panelist
Yeah,
in.
I don't know whether it might be the reception from their
Okay,
end,
so we've got
because I know we are expecting Adeku from Nigeria,
yeah.
who is also to present, I mean, his friend from
Yes.
Benin,
Yes.
and we also expecting Amat. Amat
Good
is a
evening.
Senegalese presently in
One second.
Rwanda.
1 second. So who's just joined us?
This is
Hello.
Adekule. Now, there's no power. Typical Nigeria.
Oh,
Can
in
you hear me?
Nigeria, you have no power.
So,
Okay.
Okay. Okay, my brother.
Uh,
yeah,
Dear, that's a
challenging.
shame. So how are you anyway, brother?
yeah, I'm doing great. And you?
Yes, I'm fine. I'm fine. I'm fine. Nice to speak to you for a while still. It's a shame that there's no power in Nigeria at the moment. Yeah, but that's how it is, isn't it? They suffer from a lot
And
of power cuts out there.
of recent and my brother, Merry Christmas to you and Happy New Year in advance.
Yeah, seasonal greetings as well, Daku.
Sir?
Seasonal greetings.
We
It's a shame you don't have no light.
Adequately, we understand there was a bombing in Nigeria, which is very sad to read
Yeah,
from
but
the
the
news today.
Americans them interfere in
But
African affairs.
like we propose to discuss on this topic with George Daniel, speaking of WABS Business Africa Today, I think that was something that I cannot even comprehend me myself. A
Yeah,
foreign state going to bomb another.
it's difficult
So
to work
sad.
that one out.
Anyway, yeah, yeah. So the current situation in Nigeria is sad. I don't know. Anyway, but that's Africa for all of us. One step forward, two step backwards at some point.
Yeah, it's a shame. It's a shame with what's going on at the moment. You had to start saying to you that these Donald Trump is saying that the Muslims are killing killing the Christians, and he's sending planes to save Christians. Look, two wrongs don't make a right.
Very true.
Two wrongs
Very
definitely do
true.
not make a right, my brother. Yeah,
And
I can't see the sense behind what he's actually done there. I really can't see any sense behind
very
what
true.
he's actually done there, because
Yeah, no, there is no sense. There is no
there is no
sense
sense to
behind.
it. You're killing
But,
people. I mean, you're killing people you don't even
but,
know.
but the blame goes to Nigerian government and
Well, it
ECOWAS
does.
itself.
It does.
ECOWAS
The
again.
governments in
Because
Africa do not love African people. I mean, I've traveled through Africa, and
it's
I can
really out
see
of
that the governments don't like African people. Yeah, they don't like African
it's really
people,
out of
and
touch.
because if they did, okay, right, they'd allow African people to develop their own countries. We've got a situation where we've got a lot of people coming over on boats. You understand what I'm saying to you? Having made that trip across Africa, because from West Africa to come to get to where you can get a boat to get into Europe, okay, right, and to get across Europe, it's dreadful. It's dreadful. It's a dreadful trip. I'm telling you, it's a dreadful trip. Yeah, and we should really be creating the jobs there. We're supposed to have an industry there. We're supposed to be employing our own people there and giving them jobs. Yeah, I mean, after the Second World War, Japanese economy was smashed down. There was nothing. The country was mashed up. And you see how quickly they developed after. Yeah, because they did things which
Yeah.
was good for the people. A lot of things what we're suggesting is not going to be very popular with people. But at the end of the day, when Mummy used to give you a pill or give you a bitters to take, the bitters never was sweet, but it did the right job. It did the job. Yeah, and that's what we have to deal with. We have to deal with what actually the job is. We have a problem. We have a problem.
Def-
And if we don't look at the solutions, okay, right, and implement the solutions, where are we?
like he's saying, because looking at the situation in Nigeria. In fact, before going further to Nigeria, I will I will first take a moment to send some condolence to some of our Gambian brothers and sisters that has passed away through this bad journey, through this dangerous journey. I saw a news that I don't know, on the 17th of November, that there was a boat that left Gambia for Europe, and which we lost so many lives along the line, which is a sad thing for my
It's
country before talking about Nigeria. But at the end of the day, it's the continent
it's very
itself.
sad. It's no, no,
So,
no, no, no.
so
Let's deal. Like I said to you, right now we're dealing with
I know
what's
it's
going
Africa
on.
today we are talking about.
That's right, exactly. So
The
we
whole
can
thing
come back
talks
to
about the
Nigeria.
situation of the country
Let's
is.
deal with because you're on the ground at the moment. Okay, right. At the
Yes,
moment
I
we
am.
have Bala on the
I am.
ground in the Gambia. Okay, right.
Yes.
So what's going on in the Gambia? Yeah. Okay. Right.
Yeah.
So you're making me aware of what's going on with this boatload of people which have passed.
Yeah.
Yeah. But these things. Okay. Right. It's a government. It's a government.
Mm,
It's the government what
mm.
causing the people
Uh,
them to leave. How are you going to educate people? How are you going to educate people? Okay. Right. And don't expect them to get them and then educate them to do what? To do what? What jobs are there? Even if he was giving them a job to sweep the streets,
yeah,
okay, at least
very
they'll
sad.
have some kind of work. You understand what I'm saying to you? Yeah, but they're not giving them jobs to sweep the streets.
Mm,
Yeah, we need plumbing in these places. We need
yeah.
irrigation in these places. They're not giving the youth them the jobs them to do it. So what do you expect the youth them to do?
Mm,
People ball out about immigration,
mm,
immigration, immigration, immigration. Listen, there's more than enough space on the planet to
mm,
feed everybody. Like we could take at least 50 million people in England alone. There's enough space here to do it. Okay, right. But it's how quickly you want your economy to grow and whether or not the people are coming, okay, right,
mm,
to work. A lot of people are coming out of Africa to work. I know they're coming out here to work.
mm.
They're not coming out
Yeah.
to loaf. Yeah, you're not going to
Mm,
make that kind of
mm.
trip to sit around and do nothing. Yeah,
Yeah.
same with Asia and then places there. But
Mm,
dude,
mm.
the
So
policies, okay, right? The policies what the
it still
governments are
has to.
putting out there is sad.
Mm. It still has to come to our African problem, because this is a continent that is blessed with every resources, as we were saying last time on a test program. Looking at Gambia today, a small population of 2.7, which we are not even up to 3 million. So seeing our people leaving the country, risking our lives into this ozone for a greener pasture. This is total craziness. We all have families involved in this. My family, another person's family, another part, and even some of the people within the sub-region coming around, to use Gambia as the gateway. You understand, to join the boats, and then Gambia is not under any war, but lack of job opportunities, lack of inadequate opportunities for people to work with the government. You understand, especially to the sides of the youth employment. Because when you look at the ministries, the promises that they normally give to the people and what is happening in reality are quite a distant. They cannot be even come close. So it's like this is making people leave. So instead of maintaining, starting something and trying to build on that, many are discouraged along the line, because if the environment is not conducive for you, that means, I think Adeku is sending
Hello,
us a signal.
Deku. Are you there? I can see the light. I can see the light. But I can't hear you.
Adeku, Adeku,
Because I'm not
so
allowing him finish before I said anything.
Okay. Oh, nice one, brother. Welcome back, my brother. Yes. A little while ago, we were talking about what's going on actually at the moment in Nigeria with the Americans bombing parts of Nigeria. Yeah,
Uh,
because
okay,
they
so
say
that's
Muslims are killing Christians.
actually I think there's just a lot of media propaganda around the issue. Okay, um, so if you look at the perspective of the U.S. regarding the issue, I I I dare say that their target is not terrorism in Nigeria. Neither are they interested in Christians in Nigeria. I think the U.S. is more interested in the economic interests that they have in Nigeria. and that's why they're making that move. Because if you look at it from a Nigerian's perspective, what we have is people killing people. Are we together now? Not, it's not really about Muslims killing Christians. It's about people killing people, because the real terrorists are also using religion as, as a cover up for their activities. All right, and the US is saying that as an opportunity. Oh, let's create a narrative. Christians are being killed in Nigeria, so we're going to establish a military base. So I get it. I think they were proposing to establish a military base in Port Harcourt. Guess what? Port Harcourt is um, a place with oil where there are no terrorists, where the terrorists are still far north. So, if the US is really interested in helping us solve terrorism in Nigeria, why would they want to set up a base in Port Harcourt, far away from where the real problem is? So those were the issues we had, Nigerians had, about the respected United States president's move. But you see, I think diplomacy is winning the game now. The Nigerian government rather, and the US collaborating on attacks recently. I saw in the news that there was an attack, there was a missile strike in Sokoto State, and that is precise. We do appreciate that, because it seems like it was coordinated. It seems like the missile was aimed at the source of the problem. So for me, I think the terrorism in Nigeria has always been about controlling the narrative, so that at the end of the day,
Yeah, I've just lost some of the connection from Nigeria, and they could hopefully be back
Yeah,
soon.
he in fact, yeah, he was trying to highlight some very key important
Key
things.
issues, yes, I
Um,
actually, yeah, that's why I was
yeah,
quite listening to
and
what he said.
looking, yeah, and looking at the dynamics of the whole thing, I think, let's say, if South Americans were also attacked on similar issues,
Yes,
in connection to
absolutely.
drug trafficking and
Abs-
those things. So it's like the oil might be part of
of
the
course, it's,
deal
listen,
for
it's
the
all about,
Americans.
listen, right now, it's all about resources. It's about
Yeah,
resources.
yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
right? The resources that we have in Africa at the moment, okay, right,
yeah,
can develop Africa for Africans. Okay, right?
definitely.
Europe does not want you, America does not want you, China does not want you, the rest of the world does not want
Mm,
you to develop. Because if you take
mm,
the resources to develop your own self, you will have
mm,
the very last, yeah, and
mm,
the highest
yeah.
level of technology. Why do you think
Mhm.
Africa has never had a World Cup? Why do you think Africa's never had a proper World Cup, or even the
The,
Olympics? Which was the last
the chance
country that
was
you see the
Yeah,
Olympics
the
happening?
chance was given to South Africa, but that was, I think, 2006, something like that, around that end. But like, you have to see how they play in politics on it even. But like, getting to the resources point of what you're saying, because you cannot attack Venezuela, for example, and said Maduro A B C D, and now you come and bomb Nigeria and based on religious issues.
It's got
So
nothing to do with
it's
religion.
no, for me, my problem is, and my concern is, Nigerian government has the largest army in West
Africa,
Africa.
yes,
They any country they backed through
yeah,
economic, you
yeah.
are okay. You have nothing to fear. So we don't have a story to say that Nigeria is not having the manpower to handle this problem on their own. Okay, Nigeria stepping aside, that is just one part of the whole thing. Where is ECOWAS?
There you go.
So
ECOWAS
in
doesn't.
fact,
There's no.
yeah, it's like ECOWAS, it is becoming a
It has
bloc
no
that doesn't
leadership. It has no
has
leadership.
just been named,
It's
that
not
has
fit for
just been named
purpose.
to be
It's
there.
not fit
I
for
mean,
purpose, my brother. It's not. It hasn't been fit for
But
purpose
just, just,
because
just imagine,
they're
just
not.
imagine three of these countries, Sahel countries, Burkina Faso, Mali, and I think Niger, right? Just three of those countries are now putting up something extraordinary. They just even having a summit, I think, for these past days. But like, they are trying to form a union that should be given a chance to be tried in Africa. Believe me. I mean, those Sahel leaders, they are really working because it's not that I am supporting military coup and all those things, but like the part they are taking, it's really promising. And I think ECOWAS should also look into its own mandate. We understand they take the channel of diplomacy, which is very normal and very professional. But in the situations we are now getting to, it's sad. But just allowing you to continue as you the as you the host of the program, and at the same time, if you can ask Adeku if he comes, whether
Who's this
whether
now?
we're gonna have, yeah, whether we're gonna have the
Who's
one
that?
coming from Benin uh, and Ahmed, the Senegalese in Rwanda presently.
Okay.
Yeah.
So anyway, as I was saying, see, now with what actually is going on at the moment in Nigeria and within the whole of Africa, within the whole of Africa,
Mm-hmm.
okay, right, we've got to be very
Mm-hmm.
careful because these so-called governments, yeah, okay, right, are not doing what is good for the people.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they're not doing what is good for the
Mm-hmm.
people. The
I know.
I wouldn't say a military coup is what any country needs. Not military coup. The only time you're going to use the military, because the military is supposed to be there to protect the people.
Last hope.
It's supposed to be there to
Last
protect
hope.
the people. You understand what I'm saying to you? Yeah. So if the people, yeah, are disheartened, okay, right, with the governance which is going on right now, okay, right, they should stand in front with the military, okay, right, and replace the government.
Very
Yeah,
true.
okay, because at the end of the day, okay, right, we don't want a government which is um somebody else put them there for us. We want a government which we put there for ourselves. Yeah, somebody
Mm-hmm.
that we are actually happy with. Yeah, I'm not,
Very
look,
true.
listen, it's very, very tricky ground when you're talking about coups and all these kind of things there. But I'll be honest with you, okay, right? The only time you're going to get change, okay, right, is when you change the players. Do you understand what
Yeah.
I'm saying to you?
Yeah.
Yeah, and the players are playing for the same team. They're playing for the same country. Yeah, and they're playing for the people within that same country. You understand what I'm saying to you? Because Africa's been so fragmented. It's so fragmented.
Very true.
You have to remember the whole of that
Especially
area
with
is
the leader.
going all the way up to Niger. Okay, right? It was all part of the Empire of Mali. It's all part of the Empire of Mali. If you look at my channel, if you go to our channel, which is wabsuk.co.uk, you will see information about history, yeah,
Yeah.
and where we're coming from, okay, right, as a people. It's only true to say you're born yesterday, so you don't know what happened the day before. You're born
Which
tomorrow,
is
so
true.
what happened yesterday, okay, right, you accept what you see from today. You're born from your eyes
Yeah.
them open, okay, right, but you don't know what wealth or what knowledge or what power, yeah, you have. Yeah. So you come and you see people have given away their autonomy and their freedoms, okay, because they don't actually understand what the word is free is. They think that you to be in a prison is to be locked up, but there are prisons worse than the ones what can hold your body. Yeah, the ones what hold your minds are the ones which go on for generations, and it's hard to break. Yeah, until we wake up and start to understand that within this within the way and the knowledge and the teachers which have taught us right now, okay, right, is wrong. Yeah, if you teach
Yeah.
your child something wrong, okay, right, and it grows up, it's going to teach its child something wrong as well. Your grandchildren
Very
will
true.
also learn the wrong way, and it will continually go on and on and on and on and on until such time, yeah, as somebody actually looks into it deeply and changes it. Yeah.
Yeah, get into your statement, like you said, the Mali Empire has been the oldest where we all originated from at some point because it's like it has been
Well,
there
look,
for
if you look at
ages, you
history,
know.
okay,
But
right,
like
our downfall,
looking at
our
Mhm,
downfall as Africans, okay, right, stem from the Mali Empire. It stems from
very
Mansa
true,
Musa, okay, right, because Mansa
very true.
Musa
The richest,
he
the richest man,
revealed, yeah, he
the
revealed,
richest
okay,
man.
right, the resources. No, but I'm trying to tell you, when he traveled
I had,
to
I had,
Mecca
I
on a
had,
pilgrimage, he revealed, okay, right, what
mm,
the Africans had as a nation. Do you understand what I'm
mm.
saying? And that was only the smallest
And I
part
had
of it.
now.
He revealed industry. Okay, he revealed
Mm,
industry, development, and commerce. Okay, right, that they,
mm,
which was wildly beyond these people who were living in the dark ages. I'm not,
yes.
brother. If
No,
you do not know your history and you're not
no,
prepared to
this is
understand
the
your
fact.
history,
This is
I'm not.
this is the fact.
Listen. See
This is the
me.
reason why, you know, the reason why I'm laughing. I'm saying this for you to hear. I had somebody just I read from the news that they said Bill Gates has surpassed Mansa Musa. So I was saying, oh, I
No,
wonder
could
when,
never,
because
could
this.
never, could
So
never.
it's like they are trying to maybe politicize things and stuff, because that man has put a
No,
lot,
no. Look,
you know.
to surpass
In
Mansa
fact,
Musa, listen,
they,
to
they are
surpass
the,
Mansa Musa, you have to
they
have
are the
the same
originators
kind of
of the credit.
territory and have
I would
control of
say,
the
yeah.
same numbers of people and territory,
Mhm,
okay, right, as well
mhm,
as resources, because all of them
mhm.
resources, what they're going in West Africa to take out, used to belong to Mansa Musa, the Empire of Mali. Yeah, it's just
Very
that
true.
Mali's children have woken up today and calling themselves Gambians, calling themselves Guinea-Bissau, calling themselves
Mhm.
Ghanaians, calling themselves all different kind of fucking names because they do not know their history and they do not know where they're coming from. Excuse me for
No,
swearing, but be honest with you.
it's
Yeah,
the
it's
old
that.
curriculum here to schools. You know, the only problem is now let's put this into context. You will see where the setbacks and the failures are. Let's say this has to deal with history. I read from somebody who said we the Africans are the one with the borrowed language. Let's say I have my mother tongue. Not all African countries, for example. Let's say if you go to Kenya and other places, you have Swahili growing very well. And even Nigeria, they have now put up their own dictionary that has to go with the Hausa language. Adekum is not around, but if he is, even the Yoruba. So it's like the Western concept was sold to us in a very, very, very disturbing fashion.
That's
You
right.
understand? So
We've come to the realization. We've come. Hold on one second. We've come to
exactly.
the realization that what we already know, okay, right, we have to act upon. Yeah.
Yeah.
The minute I learned that this is no good for me, I'm getting rid of it. It's
Mm.
simple like that. It's simple like that, brother. I can't think about if I can make a profit off it because the future generations are going to suffer because I wanted to make a profit off of it. You understand what
I
I'm saying? I've
understand.
already identified that this is no good. You understand me? I deal with, yeah. So we have to go back to basics. Me, I
Why,
try to tell you.
how would one give me a meal, for example, and take a most valuable thing of mine as as a resources?
As payment. No,
It's all crazy. So
because
now,
our children and our children's children have no concept of value other than greed. No, one second.
there is going to
Other
be.
than greed, but what they are seeing coming through the TV, what they're seeing coming through the radio, what they're coming through the radio, and in the music. Okay, right? Because it's not about. Listen, to live on this earth, what one requires, what one actually 100% requires. First of all, you require water, good water source. Without water, you can only live for a couple of days, a few days, 5 days at maximum. Okay, you need food, a good food source. Okay, right? You need shelter, and you need somebody to communicate with. Yeah, everything outside of that becomes a bonus. You understand what I'm saying to you? TVs, all the other things, them is unimportant. Yeah, the ability to travel from A to B is also required. Yeah,
It's a necessity.
We're in Africa. Okay, right. We've got so many youth in Africa. Why have we not got our youth them? and designing organizations for our youth them, because I would put up a fund where we can train our youth them, okay, right, to design the next form of transport, okay, right, which is sun based, which is based upon the sun, because we have it in abundance. Do you understand what I'm saying to you? Yeah,
And you see,
we have these things in abundance, okay, right, but our so-called leaders, okay, right, are not leading us anywhere other than to Europe. Look at our youth them are moved to Europe. That's where they're leading us, to Europe. They're trying to show us Europe is the only place what knows. They came and learned from us. They came and learned from us and giving it back to our great grandchildren as the norm, as they are in control of it, brother. The knowledge started
yeah,
here. It started here. They came and took it from here, brother. Took it there
but
and now introducing it to future generations like it's them own it. That's why
but I
history
think,
is important. It's important, brother.
yeah,
What a man knows about you, okay, right, means that he can control you, because he knows about you more than you know about yourself. Yeah?
that is why
He's
that is
turned you
why
into a
there is
believer and become a knower.
that is why there is chance now to rebrand the Africa that we are looking for, not the future. Africa today we are talking about, because we need to rebrand. Let's say you cannot tell me
Reset the
that
mindset.
all, you understand, you cannot tell me that all the francophone countries should continue depositing their money at the French bank as their treasury holder. So that is total craziness.
One
You
African
understand?
bank, one
And
African
now,
currency.
and now you will see there is opportunity, because those that are trying to push the bid for the Pan-African agenda are advocating for people to have our own African currency. You
Oh,
understand?
hello,
So there is,
sister. Welcome. Sorry about that. So we now have number 3, number 4. That's it. That's better. We now have the sister coming. Sorry, can you introduce yourself? You can hear us?
I think I need my hairpiece.
Oh, I can hear you now.
Hello.
I can hear you now. Welcome. Welcome. Welcome.
Thank you,
Introduce
sirs.
introduce yourself, sister.
Good evening, everyone.
good
My
evening.
name is Deborah Jimaferomi from Benin Republic. Can you
Okay.
hear me, sir?
Yes, we are hearing you.
Okay,
Deborah,
sir.
we are hearing you.
Okay, sir.
Yes, we are here. Okay. So what's been happening in Benin? What's the latest from Benin?
So much, so much. Depending on what you want to know about it, so much has been going on.
Okay. So, okay,
Yes, sir.
economically, for, like opportunities for the people, for the young people, them out there, what kind of opportunities are there available for young people in Benin? And are they
Please
getting
give me
better?
a minute. I want to take my earpiece because I can't hear clearly.
Okay, no problem. You do
I need
that.
to put my, yes.
No
I'll be
problem.
back.
Go on, Bala. Up to you.
Yes, like like I was saying, there is chance to push the Pan-African agenda. Africa having one voice, even having its own currency, and even pushing to have a seat at the Security Council, which are all very, very, very genuine moves to with this young generation. Because you cannot. I think Deborah has a piece, so
You
let's
got your
allow her
earpiece
to.
now, sis?
Yes,
Oh,
sir.
okay, you can continue what you were saying.
So you were asking what been happening in the Republic, and I say it depending on what you want to know about it.
Okay, I'm looking at
It's
what kind of opportunities for young people. What does the future bring for them? We're coming into a new year, and is things changing? Is the government helping? Are they supporting the youth? These are the kind of things what the world wants to know. We need to know, and we need to find out ways and look at ways that we can get together and make things better.
Yes, I think that since last year there has been a lot of opportunities for youths because we have the government is trying to create a lot of things for youths. Yes, especially in the market of work. So I think has been better than 5 years back. I can say it clearly. Yes, especially when you take the domain of agriculture. So we have all kind of people now that are willing to invest, okay, just to support youth. But there is something. It is true the government is doing its best to support young men, but we can't see that there are some youth they are not ready to do it because people want more than those agriculture or those trade. You understand?
So the
They don't want
education
to.
side, the opportunities for education out there to get other trades, because I can understand that people want future jobs for the future. Does the government have building projects out there that we could actually work alongside the government in order to implement some of these and some solutions to certain problems that they might have as far as education and recruitment is concerned?
As far as education is concerned, there's not really it is true that the government is trying to build uh classes in some villages, and also they are giving also opportunity to girls, okay. They pay the amount they used to pay before is no longer the same. So in some areas girls are not even paying anymore, but in some area they are paying, but not that much. You understand? In public schools. So apart from that, after school, like after graduating from university, but there's nothing tangible for people coming out of universities, because every year people are coming out from university, but there's nothing there's nothing to
Okay,
guarantee that okay, after university you have
I
something
want
to
to say
hold
something.
on, or you have it. Yes, sir.
sorry, go ahead. Go ahead. Who's going to talk just now? Is that you, Adeku? Oh, he's cut out again. Yeah. So
Hello,
That,
sir.
yes, that's me. So I want to say something about that since we got to education. So I want, yeah. So the challenge is Africa generally when it comes to education. For some countries, it's gradually becoming a priority to invest in education. For some countries, it's beginning to look like a priority. But before now, it was almost like a strategy, all right, not to invest in education. Like not investing in education is almost like a strategy. It's just like something like keep the people uneducated so they can't, demand for their rights one way or another. I think I was reading an autobiography of the late president of a particular African country. I will not mention the African country's name because again, just for anonymous sake. Now, the man said is in his own autobiography, he said that they did not invest educating. Why? Because if, if youth are educated, they tend to be more enlightened, they tend to demand for their rights. So they decided not to invest in it. So
that's
you
right.
can
Keep
imagine
people
where we're
dumb.
coming from, okay? We're coming from an age where it we're coming from an age where it is was basically a strategy, right? But now things get better. I think for Benin Republic, I can even say categorically, education there 2 years back was not better now. It's better. I think, but I think what the government is doing most of the time, and what most governments are doing, is to build more schools and to, equip the classrooms and increase the salaries of the teachers. Now, while these things are good, they do not uh, always equal to the result we should see in terms of the quality of individuals being produced by these institutions. All right. I think personally that when we talk about education in Africa generally, we need to begin to review our curriculum. We need to begin to review
Mm,
curriculum. So in
very
the
true.
Republic's side, they're doing well, okay, investing in education, they're getting better. But I think the government's not really seeing that. Well, it's not really the government, even in Nigeria, we still need a serious overhaul of the complete curriculum. Because now we're in the age of AI, okay, and well, even some people that are in the tech industry are scared of what it will do to their jobs. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hello, can you
Okay.
hear me?
Equally, like what Deborah was saying and what you're saying also, there are countries that are improving, and I think getting into this tech generation AI being, I mean, a point where people can invest in and then make things extremely well and work for any continent, because this is something
So,
all countries are
well, I
competing
think
for. So I was to
the
say in connection to what WABS um, can do. I'm not saying our governments, because we understand the bureaucracies and all these things takes time, and sometimes you know how slow government fundings may come, but WABS as an institution, I mean, looking into agriculture and then looking into affordable housing that is sheltering Africans across, and having a point where ICT has to be promoted all over, based on representatives that are going
Yeah,
to work with
absolutely.
us in
Because we're
making
looking,
it
we're,
happen.
yeah, we're looking
Exactly.
to
Go,
create
go.
data centers in Africa as well. We're looking to create data centers in
Exactly.
Africa. We've got the equipment. We've got equipment already as well. I mean, what we're broadcasting in is on our own equipment. These are our own servers
So,
broadcasting to the world.
so yeah, I think 2026, it's going to be an opportunity for Deborah, and Adekoli, you yourself, and Ahmed is not around because I understand he's still attending a conference at Rwanda, something like that. So, but um, for whatever the situation is, I think the point that you are raising, countries that are doing more to see that there is affordable, I mean, there is affordable educations for girls not to be paying school fees and all those things like Deborah is saying. This, it's a modern days. It should happen. You understand? Education should be free, at least for certain level. Okay, from the maybe college or university level, we understand. But now, when you look at the grants they will be providing, and then you look at how that money get to the ground level, sometimes it's crazy, it's disheartening. So, just to support your point on what you are saying, getting to invest in this AI thing, I think our ICT program will definitely help. String, if you don't mind, you can put that to him, because we are definitely looking into that to network with, I
As
mean,
well as our
countries.
business development programs as well. Because one of
Exactly.
it's all good and well you educating your people, but if they're going to educate and they've got nothing to go and use their education on, there's no jobs there, there's no industry there for them to come and get their jobs, then you're just creating people for Europe. You're creating people because our people are leaving Africa and going to Europe. As soon as they get educated, they realize that there's a different world out there, and that there's resources. Their resources. They can come into Europe and find their resources and understand how to use their resources. In Africa, we're not teaching or promoting that level of development. That's why WABS is very important. West African Business Solutions is a very important network, and what we're trying to do and what we're trying to get across is very important, because we know that unification, okay, right, not of only bodies but of our minds and our doings, yeah, okay, right, will create work. We will create work. Right now, there's three different countries on here right now. We've got England, we've got Gambia, we've got Nigeria,
Nigeria.
and we've got Benin on here. You understand what I'm saying to you? Yeah, the four of us here, okay, right? We'll eventually have 10, 15, 20 people underneath us working to push this program out.
Very
Do you
true.
understand,
Very
right? We have to try and employ people and develop people and give people skills all the way along the
true.
line.
Okay.
Yeah,
Just
through
just
numbers.
just just to come in string. Adiko, I don't know if you are hearing me, Deborah. I'm saying this in connection to what string is saying to you people. The strength of this network is based on understanding, because we wanted to make sure the Western ideology doesn't live in us that will make us lose our line. You understand? So we creating this network to work together as one big family, sell our ideas and our agendas
And our
across the
services.
borders. Exactly, because today I can tell you with the agenda that we have in the Gambia today, WABS 2026, I cannot say 110% that this will happen, but I know we are taking some big steps, and we would like that to be channeled to the other countries within
That's
the sub
correct.
region.
Correct.
This is something here we ready to, I mean, to pilot, and we're ready to champion to make sure our networking partners pick up and then move with it. So it's a challenge that has to come to you people for this 2026,
Absolutely. The
because
seeds what we are planting
we are putting
today,
this in place.
okay, will grow into a big tree in the future for our children and our grandchildren. Yes. Because right now we have the infrastructure. We have the infrastructure, okay, right, to create TV stations right across Africa where we can broadcast and tell our own story and our own deal with our own real things. You know what I mean? Share our knowledge and share our not even so much beliefs, but share what we know with others. Yeah. And development. Well, if you understand, if you learn a good way to develop something and you can share it with our brothers and sisters, it's easy. If we know a way to create business and it works in one place, we can also transform it to another place. Create the
As
infrastructure.
as as
We
you are
have
saying,
young people. We
as
have
as
young
you
people
are
every day
saying,
come. Yeah,
as you
I
are
agree
saying,
totally.
as George is putting it to you, that is how we plan this thing. We want it to be pilot in any country that we are represented in, and then we channel the network so that the Western ideology will never be a stigma in
That's
any of
right. You
us.
got food to sell. You got farmers in your country growing food. We can find the market for it.
Because if you look at let's say there are business people that I know in the Gambia that are really up to the task that they can support, and same goes into your countries.
Same
So the
Yeah.
thing.
best thing to do is to collaborate and network, make them understand the agenda that you people have. Because I believe in each of our countries, WABs can employ at least 100 people per year. That is, if
Easy,
we
Wow.
work together.
easy,
You
easy,
understand?
easy, easy.
Because the concept is the 25 people will be maybe full-time workers. The other 25 will be those on contract. And then maybe the other 50 will be those on studies. You
Yeah,
understand?
from you
But
train
once they
somebody,
are
you can
Yes.
put
finishing
them in
that
a
stuff,
position. From you train somebody, you can
you
put them in a
understand? Because
position,
the
and you can
moment
pay
they are
them.
trained, they have the knowledge. You put up, because right now what I'm doing, I am talking to workshop owners. You understand? People that have their workshops, and I look at those that are going to school and about to finish, or some of them that have finished, but they are not working, in trying to discourage this back way syndrome. So I subscribe, let's say, into an area, five of those young ones. So it's like the 50 that I'm looking at for this 2026, it's about to happen, because when I looked at the time frame, by the end of the year I will have the 100 in order, because that 50 trained with skill are all going to work with companies, because we can send them for attachments or give them job opportunities, or see how we incorporated something for them. You understand? So this is one thing we
Yes.
have to start thinking about.
My
This
background
is
is
what I
music,
yeah, it's
technology, yeah, and
it's
recruitment,
it's all part of it. It's all
yeah,
part of it.
and different
WABS
sciences.
is a family
And we're
tree.
family,
It's a
family.
family
That's
tree.
it. We go family members. Each country becomes a family. From the minute we've got somebody in
That
a
is
country, okay, right, who we can talk to and we can develop and we can give them the blueprint and they can broadcast that out in their country. That's it. Right now, you can in your country, in your countries right now, you can sell internet space. You can say website development. If anybody wants a website, we can sell it. We've got the facility to do it. If anybody wants a radio station that they want to use, we've got the facility already in place to do it. We're using it now to do it. The
I
TV
wanted
side,
I
yeah,
wanted to ask Deborah because I remember in 2012, the year that I went to Nigeria on a visit. Um, I think Benin it's still bordered to Nigeria, if I'm not mistaken. It's just 1 hour drive, if I'm not mistaken. Deborah,
yeah,
can you hear me?
Yes.
yes,
Yes, I can hear you, sir.
Because there was a stage that I even moved so close to Benin, and somebody was telling me, "Look, you are not in Nigeria. You
baby.
you're about to enter Benin." So this is the same thing we have to sell. It's a concept. It's a concept. So there should
Yes.
be nothing like a borderline, or you understand
You
what we
have your
want.
Yes,
arts and
sir.
your culture. Okay, right. We can push it out to the rest of the world.
Let's
We've
promote
got
it. Let's
marketplaces.
promote it.
We've got
So
marketplaces. We're
um,
growing marketplaces. You understand?
this is
That's
it. This
that's
is
where
it.
we're
Yes,
at.
sir.
This is it.
Yeah,
Because what I want to see Adeku push forward, to be honest, this 2026, I want him to see how to pin Ghana and Benin. George, for the record, he
yes.
should. I don't know if he is hearing us, but he should see how to hold that cable.
Like I
At
said,
least
I've got some projects. That's why I
hold.
want to go to Nigeria. I just want to go
Yeah.
to Nigeria next month. To be honest with
So
you, because I've got
so
some
so
projects down there
this
that I
is
want
the
to be
thing.
dealing
This is
with.
the thing.
Yeah, I want to
Because
start some
he
projects
doesn't
down
have
there
to
because
stress himself.
simply because of the manpower. Simply because of the manpower. Listen, people don't realize that Africa, we've got the youngest, okay, right, growing population on the planet. We've got the manpower
And the
to
human
do
capital
anything
is
amazing we
the
want to
human
build. We
capital
can
is
build
solid.
it.
Yes.
Trust me, we've got it. Everywhere, Europe is all people. China is all older people. America is old people too as well. They don't have the young people like how we have. So they're tomorrow's buyers. They're tomorrow's market. They're tomorrow's people who want to rent places. You know, they're tomorrow's people who want to eat food. Yeah. The minute we start to process our things and do our things in an orderly fashion, yeah, the quicker we can develop ourselves and our people. Yeah, the quicker we can
There
do
is
it. We
high
can be
times.
heads
Yes.
within our own countries. Bless you. Listen, you're my head. You're my head in Gambia. My, my head in Nigeria. Yeah, that's what I'm saying to you. My head in Benin.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. No,
we work it. We
but this
work
is
in
the
one
sense
body.
we
Edit.
Deborah.
Edit. The
So Deborah, I
spirit.
wanted to ask you,
Okay.
as a string,
Yes.
how often, how often do you travel to Nigeria for trade or
Jesus.
for?
What?
I just
As
want to
often
ask.
as often as I can. You know me. I've traveled in
Uh,
Africa. I love Africa. I love to be there.
Yeah,
I hate it
it's
here
like
in England. I
I feel
listen.
like
England is not my home.
I feel like I
Yeah,
feel like
it's
the
not my
reason
home,
why
but
I'm
I know the
asking, the
place.
reason
I
why
know the place. I wake up
yeah,
in the
no,
Caribbean,
no, the
and,
reason
and
why I'm asking, the reason
yeah,
why I'm
yes,
asking
sir.
is,
Yes.
in this part of our region,
Mm-hmm.
people are mostly stressed with these ID issues and permit and stuffs like that because this is what will not happen in Europe or
look,
America.
the governments in
You have
Africa,
your
okay, right? They
ID,
just want to
you
eat
are a
money from the
nationality of
people,
this country.
eat money,
So, exactly.
and give you no
So in
service.
Nigeria, I remember when I was there, I was only told to wait until when it is morning, then I can move to the state that I was to go because I left. I remember I landed in Lagos and then I have to travel to Abuja, where I have to be residing in Asokoro. You
Hmm.
understand? So that I remember. was the only advice given to me because I didn't know the way. But then I was never stopped by anyone for documentation, even in my own country here. These are so I wanted to know if you people are also experience such things, because these are part of things we have to be advocating for, to have one voice for Africa. It's the same
Listen,
as advocating for the currency, one currency.
one currency, one voice. Okay, right. Free travel. Free
Yeah,
travel. Yeah, you
yeah,
get a pass.
because this is
You
what
get
has
a passport.
this is what has
You
this
get a
is
passport or an ID card. It lasts 10
exactly
years.
because
It lasts 10 years. This every year you have to pay. Every year you have to pay.
exactly.
A lot of listen. You're taking money from the people for nothing. The plastic will last
Yeah,
10
because
years. Why are they going to charge you every year for it? Every year you have to buy a new
I feel
permit.
like
Every year you have
something
to pay for a
should
new
be
permit. And what are you
some
getting for the permit?
exactly.
What are you getting for it?
Very sad, very sad,
Yeah,
very
it's a
sad.
way of the
And that
government's
is why I
milking the
said I
people.
feel
The
like
people need to stand up
these
and
are,
say, okay,
I feel like these are fundamental. I feel like these are fundamental problems. We should be communicating to our people on the ground, and then this will lead us to the Security Council that we are fighting for, to have a seat in
absolutely.
UN, because Africa has no seat because of fragmentation.
We have no voice
There was nothing
nowhere.
like border. He was saying
We
this
have
is
no
the
voice
problem.
anywhere. The only place we have a voice here,
So
it
I
says
want
here,
to know,
Black
Deborah,
Voice Media Group. Are
whether
we that?
if you don't travel, if you don't travel to Nigeria, do your people have challenges in traveling to Nigeria, or
We
within
have
your mix,
challenge.
do you
We
have
have
other
Of
challenges.
African
course.
We have challenges
different
traveling to Nigeria from England.
Yes.
We have traveling challenges traveling to Nigeria from England, and we have from the Caribbean. We
This
have
is
the
sad for
biggest challenge
Africa.
because unless you come to Europe, you can't travel to Africa, which is stupid. Africa is closer to America than it is to Europe. Yeah, the Caribbean is closer to Africa Jamaica is closer to Africa than it is to Europe. You understand? And we have to go from Jamaica to Europe to come to Africa. They don't want us to link. The minute we can go straight from Africa to Europe, straight from Africa to South America, yeah, straight from Africa to anywhere black people are on this earth, okay, right, they have a problem. Yes, because our trade, our food, and all these kind of things, okay, do not have to be in the hands of anybody other than ourselves. Remember, we are the ones who
Very
created
true.
the Silk Road. That's why I keep going back to history, because I know my history. I know where our people are coming from. I know the struggle that we have gone through. I've been on the Western journey for 500 years, my sister and brothers. You
Thank you.
understand? Yes? But I know where I'm coming from.
Yeah.
My ancestors have taught me who self is, and what self is, and what power self has. That's why I will never give up the struggle. I will never give up the struggle.
You know the roots.
Yeah,
You know the
because
roots.
the future is our children. The future is our children and what we leave for
Definitely,
them. Yeah, it's what we
definitely,
leave for
which
them,
we are
which is
advocating.
important.
So,
Yes. I
so
will go
String,
around the world and show love to
I just
everybody.
wanted to,
Because I'm
I
not
wanted to know if
I'm not anti. I'm trying to say
I,
I'm not against other people. If you're going to give me a fair deal,
no,
I
no,
will
no,
work with
no.
a fair
Yeah,
deal.
in
If you're
fact,
not
what
going to
you are
give me a fair
saying
deal, I'm
is
not going to work with you.
because what you are saying makes the sense of knowing your roots. If you
That's
know
right.
your roots, you are safe. You are
Yes.
safe. That
Well,
means
I can
because
draw from strength. All my strength comes from my
yeah,
roots. All the strength I
because
have come from my roots.
for me, I used to say one thing. I said having you part of this platform, educating some of our very own children that have lost touch with themselves, it's really a blessing, because you need to understand not everyone in the West is connected to Africa as
No,
you are fighting
no,
for. So which
no.
means you are trying to protect something, not now but tomorrow.
If you leave something in the sun for long enough, okay, right, the color will change. Yes, it will get
Okay.
bleach out. You understand what I'm saying? We have been in the wilderness for 500 years. Some of our brains is no longer our brains. We're not thinking. Yes, we don't know ourselves. We do not know what we are. You understand? That's why I say I only
Anyway,
bow
Exactly.
to the creator of heaven and earth. The creator of all is the only thing I
but
bow to on this earth. Yes.
thank God,
The
at
only
least
thing
you
I
are
bow to
there.
because
You
everything
are there
else is a
trying.
construct of man. Yes. And we as
Thank
men,
God you are
okay,
there.
can create what we need to create. Anything that we need to create, we can create it. We've been doing it for thousands of years, thousands of years before Europe even named Europe or America even named America. These are only new concepts and new words which they have brought in, okay, right, to confuse us who are being born tomorrow. You see, your child who is born tomorrow, what do they know about today? They know nothing unless you teach them.
In
Yes,
fact,
they don't know the
that is why
greatness
I
what you
said
did today. They don't know the greatness that you did today, sister, brother. They do not know the greatness you
Deborah,
have done today.
this is what I'm saying to him. That is why I said, it's a blessing to have people like him, because not everyone in the West is reconnecting as he has it in the heart. Because all he is selling, all he has invested in is to make sure Africa lives to the best of his ability.
It's
Because
true.
I for one personally, I've seen people who will take their families to the West to give birth to children and then have the comfort of having birth certificates of Western countries and
Yes.
stuff like. But these are problems we are
Listen, my
facing.
brother and sister, when you come to
You
the West,
understand?
okay, you're going to the hospitals, it's same people who look like you with the same skin like you who is giving you the treatment. The same people that have stolen from you, okay, right? Because for money, because they need money, they need a job. They've stolen them from you so they cannot look after you in your own country, but they are here looking after the people. You understand? Yeah. Don't think that
It is sad.
your education and your technology is behind. It is ahead because you are the ones who are doing it here. You are the ones who are doing it here. British Rail, black people build that here. The underground, black people build that here. The bus service, black people build that here. The National Health Service, black people build that here.
In
Don't
fact,
think you never
Egypt
built it
has
here,
been
my sister. You built it here a long time. The thing
Egypt,
is that
Egypt has been
the
Egypt has
thing is
been
the thing is
the power stone
they put
for the.
adverts in your countries, okay, right? In your universities and places to take away the best of you, the ones with the best brains. They take you away, yes, and bring you here
Egypt
and
and Sudan.
make you believe that you're living a better life.
Egypt and Sudan,
Yeah.
is a historical school for everyone to understand in Africa that we were having chance.
We have
Yeah.
got the
But
chance
anyway,
to.
we have 1 hour. I don't know. I wanted,
Yes, we're coming up to an hour
yeah,
now.
we have the 1 hour. I wanted Deborah to talk about the issues of traveling within and Nigeria in case he has experience and knows something, so
Yeah,
that we
yeah.
can
I'd like to
just
know
wrap
about the
up.
yes, the
I don't know
traveling
if Adeko
thing.
will be able to, but we have the 1 hour.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
What I can say about the difficulty that people have in traveling is maybe about the security, and also the all our armies on the road, the policemen, all this stuff. You understand? For instance, when you want to travel from here to Nigeria, for instance, you have all kind of protocol on the way. You need to have all your documents, your ID card, your passport, all these things need to be ready. You understand? So there are some people that are traveling but they don't have it. And there are some shortcuts they will use, and those shortcuts are not safe. They are not safe at all. We have all kind of thief on the road and all this stuff. You understand? And also people also have problem on bringing load from Nigeria to here. For instance, maybe you want to bring drinks. When those policemen see that you are carrying drinks, I'm telling you, they will charge you. The amount you can never even
Yes. But
imagine. They will charge you.
sister,
I'm telling you.
that is one of the things then. That is one of the things then. That is why you know you have bad governance because
Seriously.
there's no way, okay, right? If they are paying the police and the people them the proper wage, they would not be preying on their own people and other people. Yes,
Exactly.
it is one of the things I think is nasty about Africa is that the way the police in every country that I've been to, there's no one I'm going to say they are better here or they are better there. They're all the
Seriously.
same. They prey on the people. They prey on the people because they prey on the people's ignorance. Yes, me
Exactly.
when they ask me for money as a tourist, I said to them, okay, no problem, but I need a receipt. If you're going to take money from you, I need a receipt, a piece of paper. You sign the paper, say you have taken the money. Yes, go along, go along. I said, no, I want to give you the money, but I need you to sign the paper. No, go along, go along. Okay, because they know that the minute they sign the paper, they become liable. Yes, I'm not a fool. I'm not a fool. I'm like I said to you, I'm not going to say I'm not going to do it, but I'm a sovereign. I'm a sovereign. I'm heavy, I'm a bit
I
higher
think,
than any
yeah,
government. Me, higher than any government. Yeah, because it's people like me that make government. You
yeah.
understand? And anybody in the
Okay.
government,
Anyway,
in a position. No, the thing is, if you're in a position of
no,
any
go.
kind of power, you have a title. And if you're abusing your title, you should not be in that position. Yeah. So if you cannot give me a
In fact,
receipt for the money, you cannot take money.
yeah.
Yeah. And you can take me to
In fact,
court. I would go to the court
yeah.
and say, I have no problem, but I need a receipt because I pay my taxes.
It still comes to good governance, but I know like
It
we
does.
have exhausted.
It comes
Yeah,
down to good
go on,
governance.
please.
It comes down to good governance,
Like,
and there's certain places, okay, right, where if you allow it to happen to you, your granddaughter and your great granddaughter will suffer the same problem.
very
You
true,
understand?
very true.
Yeah. So somebody's got to
That's
stop
why.
it. Somebody's got to stop it now. The minute you know it is wrong, stop it.
That's why.
Yes.
That's why
You cannot
young.
tell me you
That's why
can't give me a
young.
receipt. You are taking money off of me. You have to give me a receipt.
That's why
Yeah. And you could.
young.
I'd rather spend a day. You take me to go court. You understand what I'm saying to you? And I can highlight this because if you're a country and you sign up to international treaties, okay, and human rights, okay, right, you cannot treat me as I'm not a human.
That's why. That's why we should. We the young ones, to my thought, should see things with possibilities of getting more involved into administration and getting more involved with the communities, making our people be aware of what they
A
has
public servant is a
as their
public
right.
servant.
Because
You've been paid a job, okay, to serve the
the
public.
problem with certain part of our countries is lack of awareness, because you can people are sometimes abused without knowing. You understand? Because maybe the person didn't have the chance to, you understand, have the full understanding of where he has break the law or not. Because what you are saying is you are advocating for your right, and you don't refuse to pay, but you need your papers as your
Bob,
receipt. You understand?
I pay the tax. I
You
pay the
want
tax
something
man. I've got
in
to
reference.
account for the money
But
that I have. In
yeah,
this day and
but
age of laundering, money laundering, you have to
yeah,
account for what you spend and how you spend it.
which
Yes or no? Is
yeah,
that not
which is
correct?
very fair and lawful. But in the case of what Deborah is saying, um, I wanted to um, play with you to start being that voice that can advocate for trade and integration, because you know why? Trade should make people move from place to place. You understand? So people shouldn't be, I mean, charged for. I'm not saying
You
the
should.
tax that
They
has
shouldn't.
one
No,
has
but
to
listen.
pay.
If you go
That
to,
is a different issue. But
from Gambia,
you carry your goods
to
to and
Nigeria
sell and
is
make for
about
your living.
250
You understand?
checkpoints. 250 checkpoints from Gambia to
Exactly.
Nigeria. You understand what I'm saying? And everybody wants to
It's
take
so
money out
sad.
your
So
pocket.
sad.
Everybody wants to eat money from
So
you. They just look at you as food. Oh, look, see food coming down the road.
This is sad.
Yes, it's sad. It's sad.
Indeed.
It's wrong.
Seriously.
It's wrong, brother.
Deborah,
Yes.
I
It's
know.
wrong. It's
I
wrong.
know we have to. I know
That's why
we
when I
have to. This
travel,
conversation has to end.
seriously,
Yeah.
I travel with a receipt book. If you look in my bag, you'll see a receipt book. For those who don't have a receipt, I say, listen, it doesn't matter. Sign here for it. Yeah, sign here for it. I don't mind. I'll
You
donate
need
money
your
to you.
reference.
Sign here for it. Else to that, take a bottle of
Yeah.
water and drink.
But that's what all Africans believe in.
They believe
Tick for tack.
Of
no.
course.
Listen, because like I said to you, you grow in a time when you know no better. When you
Yeah.
know
Yeah.
better, you will
But
do
thank God.
better.
But thank
If you
God.
don't know,
Anyway,
then how can you be expected to do any better? But the minute you know, it's supposed to change your life. It's
yeah.
supposed to
But
change your life, my brother. The minute you know something, it's supposed to change your life.
mm,
I would like to add something.
yeah.
It's not about the awareness, you see. It's not about the awareness. most of those that travel, you understand, it is true some of them are aware of that. Yeah, this thing is not right, but how to go about it? Because there's is a practice that have been going on years before you were born, and then you
Exactly.
came just suddenly, you said that, okay, you want to change things. It doesn't work like that. You need to have backup, because you know that you can't just challenge the government.
That's why you
If you
have
want to
WABs.
it's like a little child challenging his parents. You can't go away with it,
The
so
o-
you need to have
okay, so
strong support,
what?
something
Okay,
tangible.
okay. So
You understand?
what can challenge the government is another corporation, another organization could challenge the government. Do you understand what I'm saying? Because if you come in as an organization and you do what's right by the people, who are the people going to support? Yeah, every person who you help in life is somebody out there potentially to help you.
Yeah,
You
that's
understand what I'm
true.
saying? So the more
Yeah.
people you help, it's the more people out there who can help you. You understand what I'm saying to you?
Yeah.
That's why I give help
Yeah.
freely. I give help freely
Yeah.
because I know if I know something,
Okay.
I'm going to share it
I
freely with
think
you.
I can
Yeah.
see the angles you're trying
Listen, there's
to,
supposed to be no
because
argument.
mostly
There's supposed to be no argument
no.
with
It's a discussion. Yeah.
any member of the law if you ask them for a receipt.
Mm. No, you are on a point, because
If you ask them
anything
for a
one has to
receipt,
do, there should
it's
be
a
a reference. But
transaction.
like,
What government cannot
yeah,
give a receipt? What government cannot give
I
me a
think
receipt? You're taking taxes from me. You have
the
to give me a
problems
receipt.
the problems the problems we face as countries now, I think the young generation should emerge and then start putting their
It
voices
starts with the
together.
younger generation.
And
It starts with those people
yeah, and with
who
this
know and are
platform,
willing to
with this
stand up for
platform
what they know to be right and challenge it.
which this
You
platform
have to
is about to.
challenge it.
But because thing we have exhausted the time, and I'm
We
not so
have
Adik
exhausted
will
our
come back.
time,
I
bless. We've
don't.
gone 11 minutes
Yes.
into overtime.
But what will be Miss Deborah's conclusion, concluding remark? But before going to her conclusion first,
Yeah,
I wanted to say this. We wanted to thank you for coming, sharing the
your
side of
views.
Benin and what is happening.
Yeah.
And I think it was your president who was cooled, and Nigeria came and foiled that coup, right? Anyway, I just wanted to say this before you conclude. I'm not trying to extend the conversation, because
No,
we
it's
are
okay.
done. We are about to conclude. But what I want to say is there was a mistake by um, the
Nigeria.
military, because if somebody said he is stepping down, why going to attack that kind of person? Because he has put his conditions that when his term is finished, he's stepping down. I
That's
think
right.
those are the kind of leaders we have to encourage and promote, so that other Africans, because in my country, I am facing a problem, because many some of we are not in support of him running for third term, because it's not ideal, and he
Of
was a
course, it's not
fan of
ideal.
term limits.
Of course,
You
it's not
understand?
ideal.
So, but I'm just trying to say this to you before you go to your conclusion. Um, be who you are. Be that voice that you think you can be, because advocacy starts from you. Well, the moment you believe that you can send a message, and this is not about challenging government, but this is
It
about
isn't.
putting your people to the right cause.
That's
You
right.
understand? So we have to discuss with Adeko, and we believe whatever that has to be happening in Nigeria. Hence, Benin, it's a closed country, and Ghana, we will discuss. I
That's
mean,
right. We have to be
with
talking.
partners and see, because we wanted to see young people having that opportunity. We talk about education, we talk about agriculture, but what is possible in each other's country is what we are trying to
Get.
network with and make
Yeah.
our voices be heard. So this is where I will stop. You can give your conclusion while String prepares to to um
Yes,
to close
listen.
us down, because I don't know. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you so much for the opportunity given to me to be here. I'm so glad, and also thank to Pastor Dekunle for the opportunity. I'm so glad and happy to be here. What I want to say in conclusion is that concerning education, it is true that from in the primary school it is free, but we still need quality, you understand? Because it doesn't make sense that we see that okay, primary is free, but there's no quality. The way they keep pushing those kids is too sad. You understand? It's too sad. But I pray that very soon it will get better. I pray so and I hope so too. Now concerning the trade and concerning the traveling side, as you said, we can be a voice. I pray that the Lord will help us, that we can start from somewhere. And when we want to start, you need what? You need backup. You need people that, yes, we, because if people don't understand what you are bringing to them, even if it's something that will help them, they may not buy what you are selling to them. You understand? So you still need people that will agree on what you are bringing them, so it can be very easy for you to go. So I don't have another thing to add. That just let your words, yeah, I know, I understand that it's a great opportunity for, especially for youth, but I really want all those words to be followed by action, by tangible action,
Very.
because as youths like action. You understand? You They like so much action. They want to see. Don't just say in the mouth alone, because there are so many promises to you today. Okay, we will do these things for you, and after that, nothing to show. You understand? So action. Just let action follows what you are saying.
What's
But
the
I see that even
population?
when we were talking, you talk about music. I don't know which kind of music were you talking about briefly, but because I see that what is happening here in the Republic is that the son of our president, the current president, like is promoting music. He tried to organize an event every year, and he will invite other music minister from outside the country. I see that, yes, and young people, I'm telling you, there's something. Even today I discussed with one of my colleagues. I say this is not good, because those youth, there are some youth, they are not doing anything, they don't have a job, but they will go at any length to make sure they have money to go and see that concert every year. So I'm saying, okay, if they can go at any length because of just a pleasure, what can't they invest in themselves? They think that will help them to grow. So anyway, shall I say, I know that with time, some of them will get back to their senses and maybe
What
change.
what what
I hope so and pray so too.
what is the
Yes.
population of your country? What's the population of
Currently,
Benin?
seriously, I can't say is that was serious. It's 4 billion. I can't really say currently.
Okay,
I can't
it's
say
up in the four
currently.
up run about 4 million.
Yes, but currently I don't know
The
the
actual population.
amount.
No, nobody knows
Yeah.
the population of any country in Africa because
Yeah.
uh, it's not
Yeah.
it's not there. Sorry, go come back in,
I,
Bala.
String. I wanted to thank her, and I've taken some keynotes that she said, especially talking about action. That is why our agenda for 2026, we wanted to lead that call and then make the course happen. It's also going to depend on them of how they're going to put energy and effort in making things happen so that their areas can also be benefiting from, because like we're saying, we are not promising anybody of anything that is not possible. We believe in one thing: it's our call, it's our task, it's our responsibility, so we should do it with the little resources that we have. Because sometimes having this quote unquote mentality of having grants outside, these are things of for governments. Now governments politicize everything, where you people may have the opportunity to go and look for it. But what we believe in, the resources that we have in our countries can be put in place, because like things that we are building, the things that we are looking into our pilot projects will definitely pave a way for them to learn and then move forward with it. So I promised her of one thing. Let's see be part of the project and see what will unfold very soon, because it will be very, very nice to see. I mean, the network doing something there in
Okay.
connection to her presence.
Okay.
Yeah, for our 2026 agenda. Yeah,
All right. No problem. Thanks.
because that is what we have for our resolution. So, String, I will use this as an opportunity to close my part and allow you to do the needful.
Okay then.
Really, yeah, I just
Okay.
wanted to thank Adekuli, and I did wanted to thank Miss Deborah, and even Amai that is not around, having a meeting somewhere in Rwanda, and the audience that may be following this live streaming later. We just wanted to say thank you. We wish everyone a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year in advance. And Stream, thank you so much for doing your best to make sure we are up to the task for 2026. The platform will definitely lead some interesting programs for our call, especially in this 2026 that is coming. Different things may be seen by people. We are not saying that we are expecting millions to fall in our hand, but we only believe in what we are doing. Um, in connections to what we have as our program agenda will definitely be sellable to the Africans.
Okay, Deborah, you want to say closing?
Thank you.
Yes, sir. No, I don't have any other thing to add again. I'm just grateful for the opportunities, and as you said, we are waiting for those action that we put in place for everything to just go smoothly by the grace of God. So we are expecting, and the Lord
Okay,
will help
sister.
us in Jesus' name.
Okay then. Thank you so much. Yeah. Thank you very much, Bala.
You're
Thank you
welcome,
so
sir.
much, Deborah. Until the next time. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, you've been listening to or watching WABS Business today. We had Balajata and Sister Deborah from Benin. Yeah, we also had Adeku from Nigeria and me, G String from London. Until the next time, be blessed, one love, and respect self, respect
Bye.
life, respect others, speak the truth, and always do the right thing.